Welcome to the Mindstorm Productions podcast with your hosts, Mindstorm and Auntie Ange.
Hello everybody. Hang on. Forgot to remove that.
Hello! I've been told, right, I sound like Mrs. Doubtfire when I go, hello! So guess what? You're my co-host, Vic the Monkey. Hello!
Auntie Ange doesn't realise who runs and operates this podcast.
Me! So yes, I got told yesterday I sound like Mrs. Doubtfire when I come on because I go, hello! Hello everybody! So they were sending me clips of them taking the mickey out of me, and they have a Coco dose because we're on about it, the monkey, you know, at the end of the series of the programme where he's doing the thing, and Kovic. I thought I put originally Kovac, but it's not, it's Kovic. Oh,
okay.
could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I didn't spell the name right. I spelled it my way, so I know I can read it.
So you've been desperately wanting to say that at the beginning, huh?
No,
Was that what it
since
was?
last night, since yesterday, since I got told it, I was like, yes. Oh, I slide my fingers. That's a bit naughty, isn't it? See which way you want to take it?
Swearing on this family-friendly, PG clean podcast.
I did the nail because I went in the bonnet and I ripped some of my nail up. Oh. And that one, I was helping a friend out and got a chunk out of it. Well, I cut through the skin, but the skins came off and chunks come off. Yes. And a friend, I helped her move, somebody's blowing the horns, helped her move some furniture, so she wanted to put some pink in my hair as a thank you. So, yay! Yay! I love that. Hello! Hello! You're me little monkey! My little monkey! Hello,
Paul
creepy
says
walker.
F my life. Never mind. Just triggered my Google. Pink hair bandages, depressed Mindstorm. Yeah, this is what I'm used to.
So, somebody loves me out there. Somebody loves me. I don't know what Paul Evans is listening for. He's supposed to be listening to football. He has brought
sorry, Blue.
big major courgette stroke marrow. I can't remember what you paid for it. About 11 quid I think he paid for this. But it's that towards charity anyway. And he's dropping it round tomorrow, and I've got to go and cook him some food out of it. So there you go. Hello, Paul. I've now mentioned you.
He looks mortified.
I know. Come here. Let me scare the
Blue's always awkward. Like, he wants to come up for cuddles, but he won't let you pick him up.
So, yes. I know. I love you too. Your mummy's little baby.
I might be a little closer to the camera because I'm just Googling some stuff.
What are you Googling? Pain in the ass.
For one of our topics today.
Oh, okay. Anyway, do you want to hear something else I thought was funny when I was talking to my friend yesterday? We also said about you with your arm, and they suggested why don't you go swimming because it'd be good for your arm. And then we started giggling because you could imagine going round, because obviously I'm on FaceTime and I'm going, you be going round in circles. You won't go up and down. You go around in circles. Yeah, Mama loves you, really. Yeah, Mama does. Oh, dear me. This is what I get when I've been blocking things up. I want it flowing out. They all come out in one go. Oh yes, we're about bad dates.
Well, not yet. We'll get there eventually. We just want to clear up what we talked about last week about DIY.
Oh dear.
You want to show off the wardrobe you did.
Yes. Do you remember we said that I'm helping this bloke out? He got when we making a makeshift wardrobe.
Actually, before we carry on, I will say, before we get to that topic, tell us your worst experiences on a date. Like, put it up
20 quid he paid for the marrow.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so before we get to it, tell us your worst dates. And if you haven't been on a date before, tell us your worst experiences you've had with friends or something.
He looks mortified. Oh, bless you, dear.
But yes, back to DIY. So yeah, as we said last week.
Well, I made a bet a few years ago before we went into lockdown. Then we went into lockdown, and then everything got expensive. And I said to this bloke, because he lives in a cottage and his house isn't very big, bedroom. So, and he reckoned I couldn't. I said, well, I'm not going to do a fancy one. I said, but if I get some nice wood, enough to put a couple of shelves on, so you've got shirts, trousers, put your shoes up. But because wood's got so expensive, I'm recapping with it. And I was telling somebody else, and they said, why didn't you get a wardrobe? I said, I can't get a wardrobe because the room's a bit low, and it's awkwardly shaped, the roof, because it's a cottage, and it's getting up the stairs. So then I thought, get a second-hand wardrobe, because that way you chop the wood down to pieces, don't you? You can chop the wood down, fix it in how you want like to do it. So when I borrowed this young lad to come, and I thought he would just hold things for me while I would screw things into place, but no, he took over. And he come up with a better idea. So shall we give him demo one of a photograph?
Okie dokie. So is it that one?
That's one.
That's one you want to show off. As you sent them to me in order that you want.
Yes.
Okay, that'll make it easy for me then. So I believe that's the one.
So originally, as you can see from the length, I was going to use the doors that were there, which you'll see in a minute, as the sides, and the length here as the top and bottom. But this one, my little monkey, went upstairs with me. We looked at it, and he came down and says, "Why don't we just shave?"
Yeah. So well, it's not showing my mouse, but okay. Hang on, let's see if I can get to show my mouse. Why is it not capturing cursor? There we go. So yeah, so what, you wanted to cut across here or something?
No, I wanted to go downwards, didn't I? So that would be the top, and that one would be the bottom.
Okay, so
and then I was
turn
going
the thing
to
on the side.
and then I was going to use the doors of the wardrobe to be the side walls. Yeah.
Okay.
But you then decided when we went upstairs and came down. What did you decide to do?
Oh, we were measuring the top and the bottom and the ceiling to the floor, and it worked out that this is roughly just smaller than the ceiling.
Yeah.
And then I thought, because the ceiling and the walls got an angle, so it's ceiling, angle, wall.
Curvy.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't curve. It's literally a angle. It's flat.
I just thought it was good.
So I said, what if we just cut the corner off? But I didn't realise, like, we didn't have to do any cutting. That if that was the case, we probably could have done the sideways thing. For some reason, I just imagined you wanted to cut that off in the middle, put that side by side, and then put one of the doors on top as a roof.
No. I wanted to have the doors going across the top. So instead of having that, that would be the side, it would be the door, and then that would have been the roof, and that would have been the bottom.
Oh, right, okay.
That would have gave me the length.
Because when you're going about cutting and stuff, I thought you wanted to literally cut this in two and then put them side by side.
No, I just needed to cut it because I couldn't unscrew them. That's why I got me little wedgie stuff so I can break it apart. Because I got no.
So really,
there was
it could have actually been a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Then why did you go
but then
along
on
with
the
what
other
I said?
hand, because I thought your idea would have been quicker as well.
Woman moment.
Women.
But then on what you said, I thought, well, just to tidy it around the corner.
Hang on, I'm doing a mean women.
Women.
See, can you see they are picking on their mom now?
I'm gonna have to show you the context to that. Carry on.
So anyway, so that's what it would have gone. But with you saying that, and I thought, oh, that would be easy just to trim the ends off. But then I couldn't find my circular drawer, which I did then saw, which I then found the next day. I took my jigsaw, forgot the blades, so we managed to find this other one in the house, didn't we? So do you want to send him another picture?
So this is cutting the corner off, yeah?
Yeah, this is cutting the corner. So it's a bit dodgy.
It's a bit messy.
Yeah, their son decided to join in, and he was a bit tipsy, and we couldn't really turn around and tell him where to go, could we? Bless him. So it's sort of like, that's a bit messy. but still, it doesn't matter. It's the wardrobe only costs £15.
Just think a cripple was doing the cutting.
Yeah, he took over. So him and his poorly arm, which worried me with the vibrations. Next one, please. Boop. And as you can see, so if we tidied it up, that would have been better, and the top bit would have been a bit more neat. But for £15 on a wardrobe, you can't grumble, can you? Next one, please. So my original plan was, as you can see along here, it's supposed to, originally, this bit here would have had the top bit. Then this door would have been...
No clicking.
I didn't mean to click. There you are. Anyway. What are you doing?
I'm getting it back up now.
It is. Oh, not on there.
No. Because the thing is, when you remove that, right?
I put my hand on it now, right? I won't put my finger slips on the mouse. So anyway, so originally the top bit would have gone here. Then I would have put a bit down here. Then I would have had a bar along here, where that bar is, and then I would have had another bar here. So the bottom bit would contain the shoes, and the top bit would contain whatever he needed, and then you'd have the gap. But we did it this way. So this is that horrible metal rail things that you're not keen on. We disconnected them, so we just got the shelf to put the shoes on, and
carry on. We'll get there. We'll get there.
So, oh, somebody's put message. What restricted?
Look, we'll get there in a minute.
Anyway, so otherwise than that, go on the next one. And that's how it looks like. But his son decided to take over again and was just dumping things there, and I'm going, I need them all neat and tidy, and he was driving me scatty, and I was going against time because then his dad wasn't far from coming home, because obviously he's recovering from having a stroke, and I wanted to be out of there. So that kind of, besides the clothes being messy, which irritates pants for me, but that's what we've done. As you see, the shoes would have gone top, so that would have gone over that way along, and it would have been nicer. But for cheap, quick and cheerful.
So we turn a door into a wall.
Yep,
put
there's
a pole
a wall
on it.
We put the pole in from the... Sorry.
No. So...
Oh, you're doing your bit now. Oh, no!
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go. So Auntie Ange thought at one point, because we're trying to discuss about putting the poles on here, because this is two poles put together. One pole is, I don't know how many centimeters, but one is like just a tad smaller, so they like they slide in.
Like you do with the curtains and they hold over.
But the curtains have a twist because they're coiled or whatever.
Oh, here we go.
This isn't right, because these poles aren't really meant to go inside each other. Like the thin pole goes here, thick pole goes along. But it turns out the thin pole can sit inside the thick pole.
Which it has there.
Which it has, as we see here. So I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's a tiny lip right there where the two poles connect. Now, Auntie Ange thought we could just take two of these plastic ends and screw them in a certain way, and they'll sit fine. I said, no, it won't, because there's no grip, there's no friction. So she insisted, because she knows best. So once we put it in,
it still worked out right though in the end.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
So we got it in, and what I did, I grabbed the wardrobe, wiggled it slightly, and it fell out, just like I said it would. So then Auntie Ange insisted that we get, because sometimes, like in wardrobes, every single so she thought, because some wardrobes have this like U-shaped thing where the pole sits on each end. Now, yeah, that works for something like a wardrobe where the walls are solid and they stay where they are, but not when this isn't attached to anything. Like the only thing supporting this wall up is this pole. So I said it's not going to work, it's going to fall out. Auntie Ange insisted it would work. So what happened? I get my hand, I put it against the bloody thing, and I say, sit the pole in it, and then watch as it falls out. And it fell out. Then Auntie Ange was like, oh, no, there's this other one, which is a circular thing. So it's flat, but it's circular, and the poles sit inside. I said, yeah, it will work for something like this because the walls don't move. But here, the walls do move and the pole slides. It slips through. She insisted. So she bought the thing. Did we screw it in? Yeah, I think we screwed it in. We screwed it in. I knew it wasn't going to work, but I followed it anyway because there's no arguing with this woman. We screwed it in. Put the pole against.
Sexist shit. You sexist piece of poo.
No, I didn't say arguing with a woman. I said arguing with this woman.
Who's swimming?
So we screwed it in. Put the pole against. What do? I give a slight wiggle to the wardrobe. Fell straight out, didn't it? I then tapped the pole a little bit because, you know, that's what's going to happen when you put your coat hangers on and off. Tapped the pole. Fell out, didn't it? Who was right again? I was right again.
Either way, my idea still worked.
Well, not really, because...
how did you screw that in then?
Because it was an idea that me and Cam already discussed the night before that you kind of dismissed a lot.
No, I did not.
You bloody well.
Okay, then what did you do then?
So we took the plastic bit because the plastic has two ends. It's got a thick hole end and a thin hole end. The thin pole goes through the thin hole because it grips. Thick pole goes through the big hole because it grips. So and we were saying that we could put a screw all the way through and it should reach, but we need a longer screw to do it. But I can't remember what the discussion went, but either way, the idea wasn't done. We could have been finished that very night, but no. So I eventually, after thoroughly insisting, I think the thing that put everyone off is because there's a lip that sticks up and stops you from getting flat against the board. So I'm the professional. But I said, look, if we saw this off, if we saw the lip off, we can flatten it against the wardrobe and screw it in. And guess what we did? We did just that, and oh, lo and behold, it worked. It worked. And we were finished. It took
minutes. Has anybody got a room to put Mindstorm up to live? Has anybody got a room for him?
I think we need a room big enough for my ego at this point.
Has anybody got a spare room?
So this is what me and Callum were doing, by the way.
Women.
Or women. And just think, I pulled all this off while I'm still a cripple, so we're good. We're the pro is at it again. Oh, I can close the picture now, can't I? Yeah, there we go.
I quite like it. But then, did you send them the final one? Did you say?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
oh,
we did.
Yeah, we showed
we
the
did
final.
the final one.
Yeah, we showed them.
Yep. So that's what we did last Sunday, and then we went back Monday to finish off for him. It's made his bedroom much nicer anyway.
Yeah, is he happy with it?
Well, his friend said he is. So, she said he's happy. So what's the next one we're talking about? I'm looking up there then.
You want to talk about dating, didn't you? Bad dates.
Yes. Come on then. Let's see what people have said.
Can
you
want
scroll
to...
up first? We got Auntie Ange.
Oh, wait. Does this not let me scroll?
Oh,
the new chat doesn't let me scroll. What?
Oh, it has.
Oh, no. I have to stretch it now, so it's coming off the chat bot.
Oh, it doesn't matter. 20. Right, we've got that bit.
Okay, so Creeping Walker says, only fools go on dates. My worst experience with friends is when we got a handheld slingshot and start flinging rocks in the air. Stupidly enough, we did it in a car park and the rocks hit a car. The alarm went off and we just ran. Ooh. Alright. One says, went on a date once, didn't end well, got her pregnant.
And then you married her.
Kind of reminds me of someone else we used to know that lived across us.
Yeah.
But that was more of a one-night stand thing.
Well, old house or new house?
Old house.
I don't know, I think they're both the fucking same anyway. Both as bad as each other. That's what women do nowadays, try and trap a man to marry. Yeah, what else have you got?
That was it. That's just the 2 messages.
Well, that's not very good then, is it? Come on, bad boy Nick, where are you? Let's
I think
talk
he
about
wants
your
you.
experience. He doesn't, because he dived back over to you. I had one when I went on this date with this bloke, And he's on about how he wants to move in. He wants to move in with a woman in this. I did, yes. And how many years later did you get together before you got divorced? And then, and he's on about moving in this, that, and the other. And I was on my way home, and I was having a moan about it. I said, "No, he wants to move in with a woman, and she's got to have her own car, and this, that, and the other." And I went, "That ain't gonna happen." So my sister's laughing her head off, and she goes, "Well, you're not going to see him again." I went, "I'll go see him again and see how it goes." So I met up with him the second time, still going on about it. Okay, reasonable bloke, buys a drink first, this, that, and the other. I nipped on the phone to your sister because she phoned me up at the time. I came back, he went, "Oh, you're around, isn't it?" And I was like, I like to offer back, you know, because I do think it's a bit unfair, and I like 12 years. I like to offer to buy a drink back because I think it's only nice. But when a bloke tells me on a date to get a drink in, no way. It goes. I'm like, nope. And never mind that he turned around and told me that. He must have thought he's in, because he also kept going on about wanting to move in with a woman and this, that, and the other. And I was like, after that date, I called him 99 Balloons. And I nicknamed everybody. So I was driving home and I was on having a bitch moan to, this is before they had the phone-in ban. I was on the phone to my sister and I was going, "Nope, he's definitely not having a date again." And she was in absolutely situ. She was, "I knew we weren't going to go very far after wanting to move in with you in the first place." Oh dear, yeah, I was not happy. And then telling me. And then I went on a date with another bloke. And then he says, "Can our ex date be at McDonald's?" And I'm like, "Why do I want to date at McDonald's?" You know. And I went, "Oh, I don't think so." Because I've got all these vouchers. You know, McDonald's are giving out these vouchers for freebie foods. So I've got all these vouchers and I want to use them all.
So he wanted to date at McDonald's and use up his vouchers.
Do you know what? I have so many crappy ones I can't even remember them because it's been a long time since I've been out dating.
You wouldn't have worse dates if you didn't have any dates at all.
Yeah.
Well, we're also counting times out you've had with friends as well. Your friend dates, you could say. So if you got a story for about worst time you had out with a friend or friends.
Oh, I have loads with my friends. I went out with a male friend in this Chinese restaurant, and I looked down and I looked back at him and I went, "My soles fell off my shoe." He went, "It hasn't." I said, "No, seriously, my soul has just fell off my shoe." And it didn't, so I leaned down and I pulled up my shoe and my soul and I went, "Hello!" Oh, I carried on going to the pub. I've been my soul and carried on going to the pub with a soulless shoe.
That's kind of Fiat, and he said he didn't really go on dates, so he didn't have a story. That's a shame. I kind of have a story. It's on and off. This was like while I was in the relationship at the time, really. It was Valentine's Day, and I wanted to arrange so we can go somewhere, like to a restaurant for food. And she didn't want to. She just wanted to sit at home and just kind of have the quick takeout and then leave it at that as like just a normal day. So, okay.
Take out and what else? Extra desserts?
No.
Oh.
It's literally just. We'll eat this food. So I tried to make the most of it, and I tried to make the table look nice and everything.
You wasted yourself on the wrong woman.
Yeah.
Can't beat a floppy soul.
So I'll say that's probably the bad days I had, really. And then because she felt bad because she didn't do anything for Valentine's Day, and this was probably only after talking to friends and stuff, she felt bad later. And then got me like a teddy bear with some sweets, like a day or two later.
I've been out for a meal with Evans many moons back, right? And we were in this Chinese restaurant, and same one that my soul came up, but it wasn't with him, it was with Saunders. Because you sang out with Saunders. And should have
gotten a Taco Bell. There's a reason it's still open in Russia.
And I don't know, Evans put up with me when I go. I don't know, nobody puts up with me when I go for a meal because I'm not sensible. And I was laughing at this restaurant. They got these nice little dragons, and they put the chopsticks on these dragons. So I got hold of his and got hold of mine, and I was pretending that they were racing across the table, doing daft things. And you know what? I've still got them dragons in my display cabinet, the 2 little dragons, because they allowed me. Because I said, "Oh, thank you," and they went, "No, you take them home as a gift." That's the restaurant did that, so they allowed me to take them home. I bet Evans can't remember me doing daft things with these dragons. Oh, and I got the dragons and going, "Hello, Angela. Hello, Paul." And having these dragons having conversations and doing daft things, and I don't do anything sensible really.
I was going to mention this. You can tell the story. You can tell the story. There we go.
Yeah, and then that was quite funny. And then had breakfast with Evans a couple of weeks back, and I got told to not laugh or anything because people are hungover. So I went into the restaurant, and then next thing you know, I started laughing, and he had to take my cup of tea off me. I was laughing that much. Next thing you know, I saw this big hand come and grab my cup of tea off me as I was laughing my head off. Oh, it's never dull with me, really. Do you know what the cheeky sad said to me a couple of weeks ago?
Go on then.
He said life would end up getting boring with you. I went, "You do not know me. Would you say I'm boring? And you know me 26 years, plus 9 months, and whatever in my belly."
She's a beacon of chaos, that's what she is.
Oh dear.
You're lucky this here is the only experience you get with her.
Hey. That's mean. Has anybody watched my thingy channel yet? My baking one. I've got 16 views on it.
It's not a baking
16.
channel, but it's on your...
Yeah, it's on my gaming, but I'm baking Queens of the Pud. Queens of the Pud.
Queen of the Puds.
Queen of the Puds. I quite liked it when we were clipping that together, and we had a brief watch of it. It's quite funny, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought that popped up then. So, yes. Probably my worst day, LOL. Cheeky sod.
What happened again?
You cheeky sod. Your dogs me when I see you. Probably my worst day. Thanks. Love you too, mate.
Run.
You're not nice. Anyway, what's that you highlighted? Met a girl.
Yeah, I tried to Google, look up some worst dates on Reddit. I don't know if they're very good or not, so but I thought we could read some out. So I just stumbled on this one. Boop. Wait. There we go. So I saw this says, met a girl off Tinder, talked for a few days before she invited me over. Went over to her place, which was disgusting. She was chain smoking inside the whole time, taking dabs, smoking blunts the entire time I was over. She also admitted that the pictures were over 6 years old, and she lied about her age. I ended up lying to get out of there, and I told her I wasn't interested. She started insulting me, so I blocked her. Short, sweet, straight to the point, I guess. So this one, there's one here that's quite long. This one looks like it's got more stuff to it, so I kind of want to. Hang on, I gotta readjust this a little bit.
Years ago, I don't know if it's still now. At night time, there used to be a radio thingy, do 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 do, and people phone up about the sub stories of relationships, all this, that, and the other. As Evans is older than me, he most probably could tell me what that channel was that used to play. I think it was on Steve Wright at night, and things. And then used to talk about or get men used to write in to apologise to the girlfriends. Mainly men apologising to the girlfriends, but I think after 20 years, I think it'd be the other way around now, the way the women are behaving.
So, hang on, we've got a bit of a lag. We'll be back. We're back. Okay, there we go. There was a bit of a frame drop, connection dropped again. We definitely got to complain.
I'll leave it to you.
Because I have never experienced this much before until we moved on to
Vodafone.
Yeah. All right. This person says here, I've got a few stories. One of them stands out. I was meeting a guy at a coffee shop. that also does lunch. He arrived late and forgot his wallet, so he ordered nothing. I had to buy myself a salad because I was starving. He definitely didn't look like he did in his photos, and if his photos were like 10 years out of date, he was greying on the sides of his head and wrinkles in person. The whole time he wouldn't stop blabbing about him and his life. I was being polite but ate my salad as fast as possible to get out of there. He was bragging his friend was in the Chainsmokers and had these random weird bizarre stories. I feel creeped out. He didn't ask me anything about myself and he was super annoying. I felt stuck there eating my salad and never saw him again. Says one. She's got another one as well. Thank you for letting everyone know I'm old.
You're welcome, love. You're welcome.
Another story comes to mind. I went on a date last year with a guy from Bumble. Bumble is like...
Yes, I heard about Bumble.
It's like Tinder, but
yep.
The women message first.
Yeah, I heard about it actually. Who was telling me about it? Oh, a client.
Fair enough. Yeah, Bumble. We'd been chatting for like a week on text. He was chatting a lot. We had some things in common. We even played Xbox together the day before our date. He sounded fine on Xbox. He picked me up for our date downtown and went to a pizza place. Masks were no longer mandated in our city at the time, so this is quite recent. I wasn't wearing my mask and he was when we walked outside to the restaurant. The entire date, including driving to the restaurant and bringing me back home, was all 45 minutes. The date itself seemed fine and we were both chatting. After we finished the pizza, he claimed he had to get home to do laundry. I've never had such a fast date in my life. I don't know if was mask related. Afterwards, I felt confused and asked him if anything was wrong. He said no. He kept conversations for 2 more days and then ghosted me. I don't know why he couldn't be up front, as I was left in the dark. Aww.
Oh. It's just not meant to be at times, unfortunately.
Yep, sometimes that's just how it be. That's just how it be.
I'm feeling like that. I'm like, if blokes just want to be with a woman, they have 2 ways. They completely are horrible to them, and women don't pick up the hint. They don't. They're sometimes not. We women aren't very bright, unfortunately. They are. I have admitted.
Auntie Ange said this, not me. If you're going to cancel someone, cancel her.
Sometimes women aren't very bright. When a man is being really horrible to her, they don't really want to be with her.
It happens both ways, to be honest.
Or they completely spend days not even talking to you. And that's the decent blokes, and they do that. So that's how you know somebody wants to be with you or not.
Just a heads up, I have not looked onto the Reddit thing. It's only last minute. My brother said, "Oh, why don't you look at Ask Reddit?" So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll give that a look." I literally had to look at that just as we were starting. So
he's so naughty. So, but then you only asked me what would your topics be at 5 o'clock, and I was like, "Oh, bad dates. That'd be interesting. Get everybody's dates, or anybody who future watches our podcast. You know, somebody's flicking through and come across our podcast about bad dates. Do drop us a line. We will find it later on, and then we can talk about it. The podcast after 126. Oh, do you remember podcast 118 when they talked about bad date? This person popped up after in their comments. By the way, we'll have to hashtag comments from podcast 118.
Yeah.
Hey,
we can, you know, if you do have things you want to talk about, you can put them in the comments, and we will literally bring them back up sometime and talk about them in future ones, you know, and then it's as simple as that. Welcome to this generation. It's poop, isn't it? Remember podcast 69?
Didn't we skip over that one? Oh, dear me.
You know, the whole Bumble thing earlier, I thought that was a good idea, because on Tinder it's always the guys that have to message first. And the guys usually have to come up with some, like, what is it? Like some kind of thing, catchy thing to kind of get the attention. Like if you say like hi or something, instant rejected, you get unmatched and all sorts.
I can't be done with that because I don't think it's very nice on people's egos.
It's got even worse since the whole height thing became a trend like a couple years ago, because now all you see on the bio is literally, If he isn't this tall, not interested. He's not a man if he isn't 6 foot. He's not. Don't care if you're below 6 foot. Don't match if you're below 6 foot. Whatever.
Height doesn't matter.
The level of what's it called? Shallowness is quite deep.
Oh, hello, bad boy Nick. Come on, tell us about your bad dates. You've got to have loads of them.
Tell us your bad date experiences.
He's about 60 years old.
That's a bit mean. I don't think you'd want us to be saying that on the podcast, Auntie Ange. Maybe.
Hey, Evan's had it worse.
So?
Hey, they had a naughty banter. Ain't gonna hurt anybody.
Jokes on them. My shoes give me extra 2 inches. Man, I wish I had an extra 2 inches.
You know.
And I don't mean height.
Oh, poor Emily. If you talk to the youngest lad, he's like, "What is that, Mum? Really?"
We make jokes about it being inverted, just backwards. It's minus 3 inches.
I used to say to him, "You lads at your age are supposed to both say what a hung donga it is, not the other way round." And then he says, "Well," I said, when Romy's with the friends, I go to him, "If you're talking about the size of what, don't bother, because mine's minute." And I'm like, oh my god.
If you're looking for a guy with a huge ding dong, sorry to disappoint.
Oh dear, the stuff I can't cope.
Oh,
I'm such a young mum.
Okay, so I got a cheeky sod. There you go. That's on you. I got a picture. Hang on, there's a picture I want to get up. If I can.
Cheeky sod. Hey Nick, I've got 4 beautiful cheeks, 2 up here and 2 down below.
Auntie Ange, for the love of God.
I know, when somebody goes to me, cheeky, what? I go, yeah, I have 4 beautiful cheeks.
Good God, woman. I don't think I can find that. I've got an image on the internet. I've got it in multiple places of the internet, actually. I'll open up a new tab. But while I try and get this up, so yeah, I quite like the idea of Bumble because it actually, gets the other side to say something for once. There we go, glorious.
How old was you there?
That was 2016, so 6 years ago. I was 20.
You don't even look 20. You look 14. Hello, nor do you at times.
Right, here we go. Right, so this photo, this was one of my, because I did have Tinder at one point. This was one of my photos because I thought it was funny. It's like, I have this on a lot of places on the internet as well. I think this is my Tumblr profile picture as well, so. Yeah, this is me on a tank. And I wanted to do one of those, what's it called? Those calendar poses. Someone on the calendar and they're doing the pose on the calendar. I think some people thought I'm trying to do penis stroke. No, I was literally trying to do a calendar pose. I even got one where I'm literally laying on it as well. I got a video on the internet actually. It's on this channel. It's on the Abandoned Exploring and it's RAF Upward. So if you ever watch that video, literally I've got I'll see if I can get the clip as well. But about this was so I had that on Tinder because I thought it was funny. And somebody matched me, and she said, "I like your cannon" or something like that. And I replied saying, "Thanks, it's to compensate."
And I take it you never heard from her again.
Yeah, I never heard. I think I got unmatched at that moment as well. It was funny. Oh well.
I've never done any of these dating channels. I've never gone on them.
Maybe we should try it sometime. But
I just can't be bothered with them.
That's what you call a weapon.
Yeah. Because you have to always keep messaging, and I don't message every 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, it might be different now. I'm more on the computer now. I weren't by my phone every 5 minutes when I was working. Because when you're cleaning sinks and bathrooms and stuff like that, you don't want your phone around you in case you drop it.
You know, not everybody instant messages each other on these things, right? Some people just take ages to reply. I'm just trying to get the clip up because I think it's kind of funny. It's buffering a lot, so our internet's not doing very good. But yeah, excuse me. Oh well, like if they don't have a sense of humour, then you don't really want to date them, do you? So good thing I didn't. I was trying to find the funny bit.
There's loads of grumpy old men out there, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, it goes both ways, basically. Ah, this one I did the montage. I'm trying to find the funny clip that I had when I was on the tank. Yeah, there was an abandoned place. Like they've took everything down now, I think. But there was an abandoned place RAF upward, and that's when I took the funny photos. I'm just trying to see if I could get the clip because.
Look how young Callum looks.
I know. I just wish the videos would load faster. Right, I'm just gonna tone it down a bit. There we go, found it. This has to be shown to the world again. Alright, I'm gonna see what I can capture on this. Yeah, that'll do.
You need to put your small cream on your hands. Do your arm
What?
in a minute. Massage your arm again in a minute.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sorry, that's everybody's down everybody's ear.
I just searched my own name on YouTube. It just makes it easier for me. Alright, let's see if I can unmute it. Alright.
Who's that?
Okay.
Hello, Romy!
Right, anyway, scene. So, I'm going to put my headphones on. And I'll just show it to you another day. Show it after the podcast. But yeah, so I did this for a bit of fun. And of course, I had to do something like this. Literally, that had to be done. I need compensation having to listen to this filth.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so that's...
Then you're going to have to talk to our manager, and I believe the manager will go, yes, we've got your complaint. Shh. We'll be responding to it in due time. Shh. Oh dear. Did you do Reddit? Reddit for the worst dates.
Oh, yeah, I've got that open here.
Reddit. Go on then. Have you read one of them?
Well, to be honest, I was just giving
wrapping up.
Yeah.
Start wrapping up.
Well, like maybe what we could do sometime is do a readout of these properly when I can actually put the time in to find decent ones to read out. And we can read them out together.
No.
Oh.
I'll get everything backwards and upside down, inside out.
I can do the reading. You be there for the reaction.
Oh dear! I tell you, I was calling Flen, this friend's dog. I'm looking after Flynn, and I was calling it. What was I calling it?
Don't know.
Fleur.
Can't remember.
I don't know. I got the name wrong, and I was on the phone to this one, and he goes, "Mum, it's Flynn."
Name's Flynn.
I was like, "Oh God, yeah. Why? What have I been calling it?" Oh, menopause brain. I love it.
Lovely. Yeah, I was gonna get some other Reddit
You're
posts.
not gonna read that one? I thought it was. Was it too long?
I thought it's just because there's a lot to go through and stuff.
Oh, okay then, Grizzly Bear. My little monkey.
There's no point reading a long post if it's just gonna be rubbish.
Okay, my little monkey.
Well, like it would have been better if I knew a bit sooner, a lot sooner.
Shall we do bad dates next week?
No, we've done it. It's done now this week. That's it. That's the end of it.
What else can we find? Oh, he keeps cringing me up, by the way.
Elbow. Crung.
Yeah, I feel like passing out when he talks about it. Oh well, I suppose we best wrap up, are we?
Let's wrap it up. So, if you ever want, tell us about your dates or tell us any other topics you want us to talk about. Put it in the comments. You might have to give it a moment though before the video for the video to end if you want to comment, because for some no wait you can comment while we're on stream. I don't know. YouTube confuses me sometimes. Yeah, I'll wrap it up.
To confuse you.
Silence, Auntie Ange. All right, we're just gonna. Okay, so thank you all for watching, everybody. A huge thanks to our Patreon supporters: Caino the VIP, L, Nggyunglydngraady, Pitybug, and Scary Mary. If you also want to help support on Patreon and help the channel grow, go to patreon.com/Mindstorm Productions. You can donate as little as £1 to the maximum reward is I think 30. You can even do more if you want to for whatever reason. I plan on adding more rewards at some point, so look out for them. Check out the website. What? Check out the website mindstormproductions.co.uk, and I apologise. And also follow us on our social medias, Auntie Ange Game and _Mindstorm. Excuse you, it's okay. We're wrapping up now, and that Nick. And that'll be all for today. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe and like the video. Lots of love, and bye-bye. And also, praise the headphones. Say that it feels right.